Hey guys, have you had your fill of ghosts and goblin stuff yet? No? Well then, you might be interested in this little project that's actually just got a Kickstarter lately.
Seizures? Elliptices?
Yeah, it's just a normal flash. It's a normal flashing thing. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Battle Princess Madelyn, a project that was made solely on the intent of a developer wanting to appease his daughter.
Aww.
Who also happens to be the star of this game, so make of that what you will.
Press start.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Battle Princess Madelyn.
I'm assuming his daughter's name is Madelyn.
Yes.
Of course.
But
Let's go. Oh.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. This is actually a rather ambitious project, despite the whole.
Orchestral?
Mm-hmm. You can actually switch between an arcade soundtrack and a orchestral soundtrack, and I believe both of them are actually rather different from each other. But anyway, let's go ahead and start our playthrough of the pre-alpha demo that you can also download on the Kickstarter page.
We have no
Logan,
time for
that's you.
tears.
We have no time for tears, Maddie. Be brave. We must go forth and find the others.
Steve, you go and be the girl.
But
Sorry,
how
Maddie.
would we do that, Grampy?
Oh man,
This actually looks pretty
Father's
nice.
gonna be pissed.
Hello there.
I know how to find those who wish not to be found.
You use
Just give me
Google.
some raspberries. I'm kidding. The horn sorcerer from the far north is clever, but he can be bested. In the old royal crypt, there is a map that may lead you to the path you seek.
By the way, Maddie's parents in this game are dead, as well as her
Oh.
dog.
Where you will find the sorcerer and hopefully save your family.
So we're gonna do this to raise the dead.
Pretty much. Speaking of which, a particular member of the dead actually rises from his or her grave. It's
A doggy.
It's Madelyn's pet dog.
Zero.
It's Zero, yeah. Or Fritzy.
Frizzy? Is it really you? Oh, good boy, good boy.
And that guy.
It rose the rest of the dead. Shit! We're in for a bit of a predicament.
We better get to the crypt quickly. You too, Fritzy, before the devil knows you're dead.
Wait.
Don't you know all dogs don't go to heaven, apparently.
I'm guessing not.
What
Just
the hell
ask
did this
Carface.
dog do in his past life? But yes, we've got our adventure to the old boneyard, where we face giant armored
Skeleton
skull
Man.
Exactly. It does feel like a Mega Man intro. But anyway, welcome to our gameplay of Battle Princess Madelyn.
Oh yeah, I definitely see the ghosts and goblins
It's
here.
Ghosts and Goblins.
She
Yeah, I'm
walks
seeing
like
the-
Arthur
the-
does.
The tremendous gate and the spears.
By the way, but yeah, like, Battle Princess Madelyn, it's so clearly obviously based on Ghosts and Goblins, but you know what? I'll give it this much. Sir Arthur wishes he could control like Madelyn, because unlike Sir Arthur, Madelyn can actually control her jumps.
Oh, thank goodness.
Good.
Not only that, she can aim her at weapon just like Arthur could in Ghouls and Ghosts.
Okay. And so yes, you can control your jump into. Oh man, that just leaps above that then already.
Yeah, seriously. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised Capcom hasn't said any words about this project. But you know what? Given the fact that this project's already about 60% funded, chances of this game being released are likely.
I guess then
think
the
as
other thing I
long
would
as they're
ask
not-
then is,
I think as long as they're not directly calling it like Ghosts and Goblins 5 or something, I think they'll be fine.
Oh no! Honestly, the only worry I have for this project is primarily with Madelyn herself, because her movement sprites and all that are very clearly, they look like they could have been ripped straight from Ghosts and Goblins.
right, like with her leg forward and all that.
And on top of that, just like Arthur, she too can lose her armor.
Oh boy.
We're flashing. Okay, I was almost about to say, are we gonna be in our underwear or no? We're just in like.
Thankfully,
dress.
no. But
And
don't
we're
worry, we can revive. Just like
Rise from your doom.
pretty much. But I'll say this much about Battle Princess Madelyn. I mean, it's like the main designer of this game is pretty much a loving father. It's like, boy, does it show, because this game looks really good.
I like the voice
Yeah.
acting. How many lives do you get?
There's quite a number of lines. Now, granted, some of it sounds pretty hokey, but given the type of tone this game has, I can totally forgive it.
Oh, no, sorry, I meant how many lives? Like how
Oh,
many
lives?
tries do you
Actually, okay. You see that meter on the top right?
get? Yes.
Uh-huh.
if you were to die, some of that meter will be depleted and you'll revive right on the spot. But if you die as that meter all run out, you are revived at a specific checkpoint, usually at the beginning of the stage.
So it's kind of a similar setup to Link and his hearts to shoot the laser beam. So long as you are at full mana, when you die, you will just be respawned instantly. Yeah.
If you have any amount of mana, then you'll revive on the spot.
Okay.
Also, another cool thing that you can do, if you press the shoulder buttons, you can have the dog attack for you as well. See those green
Like he
fireballs?
has like a little projectile system. What about this? What about the person following you?
Oh, the old man. Oh, our grandpa. He's just Grampy. He's just our tag along for this particular part of the stage.
Now,
Don't worry, he can never die.
Is Madelyn the only character you can play as, or is there like a stretch goal to have multiple playable characters?
As far as I'm concerned, Madelyn is the only playable character.
Are they planned to, similar to Ghosts and Goblins, at least Super Ghosts and Goblins, are they planning to have multiple weapon types as well?
Oh yeah, they're gonna have multiple weapon types, multiple armors, all that shebang. Right now, we're only just stuck with this. We're stuck with Princess Power. That's exactly no. We're just stuck with this particular armor as well as our spear, which is totally a nice counterpart to Arthur's lance.
Right.
It's just you can definitely tell that. Like, the inspiration from Ghosts and Goblins is just astounding. In fact, if I remember from the Kickstarter trailer, apparently the father got inspiration from this game because her daughter kept wanting him to replay the first stage of
Ghosts and Goblins
Ghost and fight the big green-head man, as she calls him.
You're on your own from here, Maddie. I have to go back and protect the castle. Fritzy will protect you from now on. He looks like he can hold his own just fine, considering he's already dead.
Well, you can't
Take
kill
care,
what's already
sweetie,
dead.
and come back to the castle whenever you need.
Thanks, Grampy. I'll see you soon. I promise.
I just think it's so stupid.
I'm going to leave, but don't worry. The dog that's already died to something will be the perfect guard to protect you from being dead.
Well, why not?
No, I
Like
can
I said-
imagine. I was like, you go on ahead, Maddie. I'm going home.
Well, then again, it's not. Well, it's not. What am I trying to say? I don't think it's completely illogical because, after all, you can't kill something that's already dead.
And I don't even know how I died there. I'm honestly not gonna worry too much about it. But yeah, as far as the actual game's development is concerned, actually, believe it or not, Maddie, the actual daughter herself, I think she's like around maybe 6 or 7 years old. I'm not sure. She actually is helping her father out in terms of development by just drawing him all these your cute little art pictures to give him inspiration for some of the enemy designs and all that.
And real quick, is she also voicing Madelyn here?
I don't think so.
Because I was about to say that's a really deep voice for a 6-year-old.
No, yeah, it's a different actress, but yeah, I would say check out the Kickstarter trailer if you can. It actually is rather sweet. And speaking of which, the dialogue in this game definitely shows that this was being made by a father, or a loving father at any rate.
No.
You'll especially see it after we beat our boss.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Now we're going through the second stage of the pre-alpha demo, which is pretty much this castle area, and
Oh, we
oops.
can't swim.
Damn it! The spiky dick killed us.
I'm having the alert here because I hear the monsters howling whenever you hit them. It keeps sounding like one of the dogs barking in the other room.
You know what
I'm
it kind
liking
of
the
reminds me
visuals
more
so-
of? The ghost sound clip from Sonic 3. Like whenever
like-
you're in launch base zone, for example.
Wait, they're
That's
ghosts
what
in launch base?
No!
Well, I thought that's what you said.
No, I was saying that the sound clip that they're making, it reminds me of the Go sound clip in Sonic 3, like during the music in launch base.
Okay, because I was about to say.
But-
I thought the ghosts appeared in Sandopolis.
Well, they do, but anyway. And don't worry, you don't have to go. There's no Belmont syndrome where you have to hold up to go up the stairs.
Good.
I'd rather suck, actually.
What was it? I was gonna say, is it possible to get armor extensions like the golden armor?
Maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Like, I haven't been able to find any armor upgrades or additional weapons in this pre-alpha demo.
Okay, how about as a nice topic? if someone could link me, or we could look at like how is this Kickstarter campaign looking so far?
So far it is about 60% above its required funds, and it's only got about 28 days left to go.
Oh jeez,
At the time of us
it's already reached
recording,
60%
anyway.
in less than 3 days. Nice.
Oh yeah, people have really been wanting this game, as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned. In fact, if this game does get funded, it could get a release on other consoles like the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Switch.
Sweetness.
Also, apparently they want to put it on the Wii U as well, even though that system's dead.
Kinda.
Oh.
What else? Especially since as I've learned with most Kickstarter games, every time someone tries to port something to the Wii U, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, and here's
Just like
our boss.
Ukulele and just
Ow.
like on the frog.
And Mighty Number 9.
Wasn't,
Yeah, I don't know why it wants to.
what about Half
oh,
Genie
jeez.
Hero? Isn't that also on the Wii U?
Yeah, it is, but I haven't heard anything bad about that port, so I assume they did a pretty good job with it. Ow.
A lance up the crotch.
Okay, now this boss in particular, it's kind of a tricky devil because what the game doesn't immediately tell you is that his boots have a hurt box, but for some reason his spinal cord does not. So you can jump over the shoes and you'll be perfectly fine.
Well, you gotta have some way of avoiding him.
Though I love the fact that his main method of attack is literally just spazzing out.
Oh, we already died. I guess we.
Yeah, we ran out of mana power, so we gotta restart from our checkpoint. Thankfully, the checkpoint was right at the beginning of this boss fight.
Where's his health bar, if he even has one?
He has no health bar, unfortunately, but he does flash red.
Right, like the olden days.
Oh.
What are some of the stretch goals like? What are they like trying to go
Let me
for?
see real quick. Stretch goals. Bring out hot gameplay features, amazing dual soundtrack, stunning visuals, classic gameplay with twist. Okay, here we go. Rewards. Oh no, that's rewards, not stretch goals. Let's see. Huh? Apparently there are no stretch goals from the looks of it.
That's odd.
I mean, what they're listing is all there really is. I mean, there's a lot of rewards, so I assume that's about. Yeah, we did it. Beat the bad guy.
Yay!
And got all this gold that we can't really do anything with because it's the pre-alpha demo. That being said, for a pre-alpha demo, this game is actually rather good.
Yeah. Looks nice.
And
Although-
look, it's our great-grandparents.
Hold your fire there, kiddo. We're on your side.
Why don't you guys do this next one?
We've been watching you from up in the clouds ever since you were born.
And no great-great-grandparents could be prouder, sweetie.
Are you looking okay there, Great Gramps? You're kind of.
And we know why you're here, our beautiful and courageous princess.
Again, this was all being written by a father.
Yay.
It's our honor to give this to you, a brave young knight. I'll voice this last one if you don't mind. We believe in you, Maddie, and we'll always be watching over you. Oh, this isn't the one I was thinking
Feels
of.
like a
damn it.
nice love letter in a way.
Good luck, and go get him, kiddo.
So yeah, that was it for all the stages, and now we are warped to our map.
Ooh.
Huh.
Pretty nice music, but it's... I mean, damn, this definitely does give Ghouls and Ghosts a run for its money.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of makes me wish... You know what this kind of reminds me of in a way? It's like a meshing between Ghosts and Goblins and the Gargoyles
Demon's Crest?
Quest series. Or, yeah, Demon's Crest. Now, unfortunately, the weird thing with that is that once you beat the third stage from there, you can only go a certain direction. But say if you were to restart your game, it'll give you access to other particular sections, like the town center. It's pretty much our town hub. All the folks just being folks. You can talk to some of them though. No, you don't.
can't.
Don't spear them, Maddie.
Hello, Madelyn. Did you know that there are hidden treasures everywhere? Check behind walls whenever you go. You'll never know what you'll find.
And that, yeah, but the blue ones are basically just small talk. The red ones give you like missions and stuff.
Madeline, your cousin has run off looking for the treasure in an old tomb. A strange wave of magic swept over the town, and I fear we may be trapped. Can you go see if he is around the old royal crypt?
But yeah, apparently, I don't know if this is exactly true, but if you clear some of these missions... Oh.
You got him.
You got him.
You're the best,
Maddie.
Here's a doll. I have of him. What? You have a doll of the Skeleton Man?
Yes.
You do. You do have a doll of the Skeleton Man.
Apparently, if you clear these missions, then they give you these dolls that you can look over in your castle.
Maddie, please help. I was watching my brother when he saw you run off to the boneyard to fight the monsters. He wanted to be a brave like you and fight the monsters too. He never came back when you did.
What?
Can you find him before he becomes Monster Chow? I hope he's okay.
I also get a bit of a Shovel Knight vibe from this.
Oh yeah, I can totally see Shovel Knight with this.
And then print that.
Hi there, princess. Make sure you always pay respect to the fallen. Statues, monuments,
What
and
if,
even
what if you're
ghosts.
just walking and some farmer said, "Hey, don't forget to respect the dead"?
They may return the favor.
Like, I'd be just a little like, please don't talk to me.
Respect your elders, lad.
So with that said, that's the town center. Let's go back home.
Okay.
The
The
castle,
castle toy room.
The only room in this castle that matters to us, Madelyn.
This is where you can view
Well,
all
Mickey
the
glove.
dolls you got.
Okay, that glove's got Mickey's Great Adventure written all over it.
Oh, jeez.
There's nothing here.
What a waste of time.
So I see Maddie Sprite. I see what I guess used to be our old grandpa.
Yep, the King's Guard. He's a pretty big guy. Funny laugh too. Ouch, poor guy. I mean, how do you assume he became that way anyway?
Who knows?
He drank a lot of good calcium.
He drank his Ovaltine.
So, son of a. So I'm assuming you're supposed to like. It's almost like a capture system, almost like I don't know, like the trophy system in like Subspace Emissary, where you can like get dolls of all the enemies in the game.
Our enemies, characters, and the like. Yeah, pretty much.
How do you get there? How do you unlock the dolls themselves?
I think you do that by clearing all the other missions in the game. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for our look at on the pre-alpha demo to battle Princess Madelyn. If you want to fund the game for yourselves, there will be a link in the description below. Though being fair, it's actually getting pretty close, and I hope it does succeed because I really do want this game on my Switch. But with that said,
and I'm curious to see what sort of stretch goals they make, since they already got like 28 days to just go to town with it.
oh yeah, they've got plenty of time before they reach their goal. And geez, it already beats the shit of how long it took for Shantae to beat its freaking Kickstarter campaign. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm JamesmanXtreme.
Lucky Jack 20.
And I'm just here, y'all.
Yeah, let us not soil the good name of Madelyn any more than we have. So terribly sorry, Mr. Game Designer. Until next time, guys.
Sorry.
Bye-bye.
Everyone be good fathers like this man.
Yeah, seriously, make a game for him. That'll give them your respect.